This is a 2004, 2005 Mercury 60 horse inline 4-cylinder EFI 4-stroke. Manufactured in 2004, but they call it a 2005. So altogether on this engine, the old rectifier was burnt up. I had to replace that. The thermostat and the thermostat inner housing, the whatever, was all corroded. I replaced the thermostat, the housing gasket. I cleaned the inner and outer housings prior to install. New spark plugs in there. I removed the side cowling. Usually you can remove this whole plate with all the coils and everything attached to it with that 10mm screw and that one down there. But this engine is pretty salty, and I didn't want to bust anything off in the engine, so I just did the harder route, which is more safer, which I pulled the whole side cowling off, and it's easier to replace the spark plugs and pull that bottom coil off and crap. And also that high pressure inline filter down there that has a zip tie on it, there's a high pressure inline fuel filter down in there, so I replaced that. So new spark plugs, new voltage regulator, rectifier, new thermostat and housing gasket, new engine oil and oil filter. I hooked up my computer to it, and it has 262.7 hours on it. I put the date and everything on that. New gear oil, new lower unit drain fill plug gaskets. It was missing one of the gaskets. The gear oil is a little bit milky. I put new gaskets on there. New low pressure filter. I put the month and the year on that. New water pump impeller and gasket and everything down there. Cleaned and lubed everything, and greased upper drive shaft, the shift rod, anti-seized all the bolts, all that fun stuff. And oh, his steering was seized. So I had to remove this little elbow piece right here, hammer the steering rod out of the engine, clean the tip of the steering cable, and cleaned the tube out, greased the tube, greased the cable, and put everything back in, and now I could turn it super easily again. But that thing was seized up. It wouldn't turn or anything. It looked like somebody was hitting the tip of that with a hammer before at one point in time. But yeah, so I fixed that. I think that's it. Did quite a bit of work to this engine today. It's running great. It's piston water great. It's shifting fine, and everything's working good like it should. You could tell somebody's had this engine block off before because they use that red RTV gasket sealer stuff or whatever. You can see it down there. You can see where that little pin is scraping on the engine block. See if I can kinda, but that is scraping on the engine block inside there. Kinda hard to see. But little crap like that. I got rust everywhere, random places. Don't have many hours on it, especially for the year. It's 20 years old and has less than 300 hours on it. I'll put her in reverse real quick. There's reverse. I don't want to put it in forward because I'll shoot a whole bunch of water out. That's the RPM gauge and crap right there. Yeah, she's running great, fired right up. Oh, this thing. Oh, here. Revs up fine. Turn it off. Turn it back on. But everything's working perfectly fine like it should. It just needed some love. But both engines are good to go now.